Hello everyone, Seb here once again. We're going to get started with activity 6. We've come a very long way from the first couple activities, so you know what? Congratulations, let's keep pushing through. So if we look through today, the learning goal is to apply knowledge of statistical terms and explore situations which involve one variable statistical analysis. So I'm hoping that you have already read through this, because I'm going to be here basically just to go through some examples and give some extra clarity. But let's read through some of this. Categorical data represents data that can be divided into groups. So the example they have here is candies can be divided into groups of different colors. Yeah, that's fair. Like Smarties come in different colors, Skittles. Those are my two picks of colorful candies personally. Numerical data, so consists of numbers that correspond to some property of an item. So like height of a person, weight of a textbook. So you can represent people based on their height. You can represent the people, I guess, based on age as well. So just different sets of data. And now these are different ways of showing the data. So circle graph, which I think we've seen a lot, also known as like pie charts. Or you can see like, oh wow, a lot of people like football here. Not as people like athletics. Confusing, but you know what? Power to you for making a pie chart. Pictogram represents, I guess, using pictures. How many people? So I guess this is 3.5 dogs. That's kind of brutal, and 4.5 cats. So yeah, no, thank you. I'll take the dogs personally, but you know, to each their own. Bar graphs is also a good way to show data, because you can really see, especially this way, like the color of cars and number of cars sold. Red sells really well. I honestly don't see that too much. I normally see gray or black on the road, but you know, that's why it's good to get these kind of cars here, because you know, you can find it in a parking lot. It's good stuff right there. Histogram is very much like a bar graph, but there's no space, as we can see right here. So it goes 0 to 20, 21 to 30, and they're pushed right beside each other, but you can still see the data. Okay, so then going along through this, measures of central tendency. Center of data is the value to which most of the data are reasonably close. So there are 3 measures of central tendency that are commonly used: the arithmetic mean, the median, and the mode. So let's go into these. So the mean is also called the average. That's a key thing to note. We use average quite a lot, I think. And it's represented by this little symbol, which is an X with, I believe that's a bar on top. So X bar is normally how I refer to it, just so you know for future. And X bar is just what you do is when you're given a set of data. Here I'm going to switch into tablet mode so I can tackle this a bit better. Let's see, it's allowing me, good. All right, so if you're given a set of data, let's say like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your n. See how we have n there in the formula? Your n is 4, because there's 4 numbers, and you add them together. So 1 plus 2, so let's just put a little plus in there. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So you got 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. 10 divided by 4 will be your average, which means your average is going to be about 5 over 2, which I believe is 2.5. So that's your average, which again kind of falls right in the middle. We can see that between 2 and 3 there. Kind of cool. So now if we go on, oh, we actually have an example right there for you guys to go through. I didn't have to make up my own one. So I guess we'll go through that. So right here we see all these numbers. Now the first thing we want to do when we have a number set, it's just something to get used to. You don't have to do it for me, but put the numbers in order from least to greatest, just so we get accustomed to doing that. So if we were to do that with this data, you go 6 plus 11 plus, what's next, 17 plus 28, no, wow, I've got way ahead of me, 20 plus 21 plus all the 28s. You've got to make sure you write them all down. I don't have a lot of space, but that's how we'd write it. But so if you look down here, they're adding them all together, and there's 10 numbers. Look, if we look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. So we add them all together, divide by 10, And that's how we get the mean. So I'm going to leave that for this video because 5 minutes is kind of long for a video, and I want you to make sure that you're watching them, reviewing them, and getting as much as you can out of them.